My beloved soul, listen closely because this message is not just another voice passing by in your life. It is a divine reminder, a whisper from the heart of God reaching into your spirit right now. You may feel abandoned by people, overlooked by those you gave your best to, and you may even believe that your worth has diminished because of the wounds you carry. But hear this truth: you are still chosen, still beautiful, still worthy in the eyes of the one who created you. So many times, the world tries to measure your worth with standards that change like the wind. They look at your appearance, your status, your achievements, or how others treat you. But God does not measure you by fleeting standards. He sees the depth of your soul. He sees the purity of your heart. He sees the scars and still calls you precious. He does not turn away when others do. In His eyes, you remain a masterpiece, even when life has tried to convince you that you are broken beyond repair. Take this moment and let these words sink into the very core of your being. You are still chosen. Chosen not by accident, not because of perfection, but because God Himself has stamped His seal upon your life. No rejection, no betrayal, no abandonment can erase the fact that He has set you apart for something greater. You may ask, but why would God still choose me after all the mistakes I've made? After all the times I've failed, fallen short, or doubted His presence? And the answer is simple yet powerful. Because His love is not dependent on your perfection. It is rooted in His unshakable character. His love does not expire when you stumble. His choice is not revoked when people leave. His hand is still upon you even when you don't feel it. Now lean in, my soul. Hear this as if God Himself is speaking into your ear. My child, even if you see yourself as unworthy, I call you worthy. Even if you see yourself as forgotten, I call you remembered. Even if you see yourself as damaged, I call you whole. You are still beautiful to me. You are still chosen. You are still worthy. When you look in the mirror, you may see flaws, scars, or the weight of yesterday's mistakes. But God sees the reflection of someone He designed with purpose. He sees the glow of a soul that cannot be dimmed by heartbreak. He sees strength rising even when tears fall. And He whispers to you now, do not believe the lies of those who could not recognize your value. They may have left, but they did not diminish you. They may have rejected you, but they could not define you. Their blindness cannot alter the truth of who you are in God's eyes. You are not less because someone failed to honor you. You are not less because they chose someone else. You are not less because you carry pain. God says, in my eyes you are still more than enough. Beloved, let these words breathe life into you. Imagine for a moment that the Creator of the universe, He who made the stars shine, who painted the skies, who knows every grain of sand, pauses everything to look at you and call you His treasure. That is how precious you are. That is how wanted you are. That is how deeply chosen you are. And yes, you are still beautiful, not just in outward appearance, but in the beauty that radiates from within you. The beauty of resilience, the beauty of love that has endured storms, the beauty of faith that clings to hope even when it seems impossible. There is a beauty in your scars because they tell the story of survival. There is a beauty in your tears because they water the soil of your strength. There is a beauty in your brokenness because God's light shines brightest through the cracks. Do not let this world, with its shallow voices, convince you otherwise. Do not let those who hurt you define your reflection. God is the only one with the right to define who you are, and He calls you chosen, beautiful, and worthy. Even now, He is restoring the parts of you that felt shattered. He is lifting the weight of words spoken against you. He is healing the wounds of abandonment. And as you listen, I want you to picture Him taking you by the hand, gently whispering, "My child, do not be afraid. You are mine, and because you are mine, you will never lose your worth." Take this message deep into your heart today. Sit with it, breathe it in, let it flow like healing waters into every broken place. For this is not just encouragement, it is truth. You may have been rejected by people, but you are embraced by God. You may have been overlooked by others, but you are handpicked by heaven. You may have been called unworthy by voices of pain, but you are declared precious in the eternal voice of God. So rise, beloved. Lift your head again. You are still chosen, still beautiful, still worthy. And nothing, no heartbreak, no rejection, no mistake, no failure can ever take that away from you. My precious one, I want you to pause and let these truths become the air you breathe. You may have lived seasons where your voice was silenced, where your light was dimmed by rejection, and where your worth was hidden under layers of pain. But God declares over you today, rise again, shine again, believe again, because in my eyes, you have never lost your value. There is something powerful about hearing those words, not from the world, not from another fragile human voice, but from the eternal God who cannot lie. When He says you are chosen, it is not temporary, it is eternal. When He says you are beautiful, it is not conditional, it is everlasting. When He says you are worthy, it is not because of what you do, it is because of who you are to Him. So many of you listening have been crushed by the weight of comparison. You look at others, at their lives, their relationships, their successes, and you wonder why you were not chosen like them, why you were left behind. But God whispers, stop looking through their story to measure your own. I have written a book for you that is unlike any other. You are chosen for a path that only you can walk. Beloved, hear me. Comparison is a thief that robs you of joy, but truth restores your crown. And the truth is, you carry something no one else carries. You are anointed in a way no one else is anointed. You are equipped with gifts no one else possesses. You are assigned to people no one else can reach. You are still chosen for a mission only heaven has marked your name upon. Yes, you may have been broken, but even in your brokenness, you are chosen. You may have been rejected, but even in your rejection, you are beautiful. You may have been abandoned, but even in your abandonment, you are worthy. Because your worth has never been dependent on the approval of man. It has always been sealed by the eternal love of God. Let me speak directly into the wound of abandonment. To the one listening who feels forgotten by the very people you poured your heart into, hear the voice of God through these words. My child, they may have walked away, but I remain. They may have left you at your weakest, but I hold you in your weakness. They may have said you were not enough, but I call you more than enough. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are engraved on the palm of my hand. Every tear you cried was not wasted. Every night you laid awake in silence, wondering if anyone noticed your pain. God noticed. Every prayer you whispered in exhaustion, wondering if it reached heaven, it did. Every sigh of your heart, every groan of your spirit was heard. You are not lost in the crowd of souls. You are seen. You are heard. You are chosen. And let me remind you of something divine. Scars are not proof of defeat, they are proof of survival. The wounds you carry do not make you unworthy. They testify that you are still standing, still breathing, still fighting, and still chosen. Beauty is not the absence of scars. Beauty is the radiance of one who has survived what was meant to destroy them. Beloved, I want you to imagine this moment, God standing before you, gently lifting your chin, looking into your weary eyes, and saying, my child, stop lowering your gaze in shame. Look at me. I see beauty where you see failure. I see strength where you see weakness. I see worth where you see nothing. You are still mine. There is nothing more attractive, nothing more radiant than a soul that believes it is loved by God. When you walk in the awareness that you are chosen, you carry a glow no heartbreak can dim. When you embrace the truth that you are beautiful in His eyes, you radiate with confidence no rejection can take away. When you accept that you are worthy, you walk with a dignity that no abandonment can shatter. And here is the mystery. When you truly believe what God says about you, you no longer chase love that diminishes you, attention that drains you, or approval that costs you your peace. You no longer beg for crumbs from people who do not value you, because you sit at the banquet table of the one who calls you His own. Do not let the memory of who walked away steal the blessing of who is coming into your life. Do not let the voice of those who rejected you be louder than the voice of the one who chose you before the foundations of the earth. Do not let yesterday's pain chain your tomorrow's promise. Yes, people will come and go. Yes, not everyone will see your worth. Yes, rejection hurts. But remember this, rejection is redirection. What you lost was not the end of your story. It was the clearing of the path for something better, someone greater, something more aligned with your destiny. Beloved soul, you are still chosen, still beautiful, still worthy, and your life is far from over. The chapters that are coming will make sense of the tears that fell. The seasons ahead will reveal why certain doors had to close. And the love that God is preparing for you will show you why rejection was never the end, but a beginning. So rise again. Step into the day with your head held high. Speak to yourself differently. Call yourself what God calls you, chosen, beautiful, worthy. And never again allow the brokenness of others to tell you who you are. Because heaven already spoke, and heaven's word is final. For the words you are about to hear are meant to awaken the very depths of your spirit. There is a truth in heaven that has not changed, a truth that no human action can erase. You are still chosen, still beautiful, still worthy in the eyes of God. Even if the world tells you otherwise, even if you have walked through seasons of loneliness, abandonment, or betrayal, this truth stands immutable. Let us speak directly to the places in your heart that feel hollow, the wounds that feel too deep to heal, the nights where hope seemed to abandon you. God sees all of it. He knows every tear you have shed, every whisper of longing you have uttered in the silence. And He says, "My child, do not despair. You are not forgotten. You are not abandoned. You are not discarded. You are still mine, chosen before the foundations of the earth, and I will carry you through every shadow that tries to claim you." There is power in these words. There is life in this declaration. You may have believed for too long that your value depended on the actions of people, on their love, on their recognition. But God wants you to know that your worth is not negotiable. It is not contingent. It is eternal. You are chosen not because of what you do or how you perform, but because of who you are to Him, His beloved child, His masterpiece, His cherished treasure. You may have been told that you are not enough. You may have been made to feel invisible, insignificant, or unwanted. But let me remind you, my soul, that He who formed you in the womb, who breathed life into your very being, does not make mistakes. Your life is no accident. Your heart, though it may have been broken, is still precious. Your soul, though it may have been hurt, is still radiant. And your spirit, though it may have been tested, is still worthy. Beloved, there is a beauty that comes not from perfection, but from survival. There is a beauty that comes not from approval, but from authenticity. There is a beauty that comes not from flawless appearance, but from a heart that has endured and continues to love. This is the beauty God sees in you. And He declares, even in your brokenness, you are beautiful. Even in your failures, you are chosen. Even in your doubts, you are worthy. You have never been rejected by me, even when others turned away. It is time to silence the voices that told you otherwise. It is time to stop believing the lies of those who failed to recognize your value. Their rejection does not define you. Their judgment does not determine you. Their absence does not erase you. You are defined by the one who made you, the one who loves you, the one who chose you before the stars were set in the sky. Imagine, my soul, God gently placing His hand upon your heart and saying, "Child, lift your eyes. Lift your gaze. See yourself as I see you. You are chosen. You are beautiful. You are worthy. And you are not just surviving. You are rising. You are overcoming. You are walking in my purpose for you." There is a profound strength in embracing this truth. When you believe you are chosen, you stop settling for relationships that undervalue you. When you believe you are beautiful, you stop chasing approval that drains your soul. When you believe you are worthy, you stop allowing rejection to steal your joy. You step into your life with a confidence that cannot be shaken, a peace that cannot be stolen, and a light that cannot be dimmed. And let me tell you something crucial. Your journey, with all its trials and triumphs, is part of your divine story. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every disappointment, every tear has a purpose. They are shaping you, refining you, preparing you for a destiny that only you can fulfill. And in the midst of it all, God never abandoned you. He never looked away. He never questioned your worth. Beloved, the world may have let you down, people may have hurt you, life may have challenged you, but God has not. He calls you His chosen, His beautiful, His worthy. And no circumstance, no person, no trial, no failure can change that. Your value is anchored in heaven, eternal and unshakable. So I speak to your heart now. Embrace yourself as God embraces you. Love yourself as God loves you. Stand tall as God sees you. Walk boldly into the days ahead, knowing that you are still chosen, still beautiful, still worthy. And the story that is unfolding in your life is one of divine purpose, unmatched love, and unending grace. The one who created the heavens and the earth has not forgotten you. The one who sees every heartbeat, every tear, every longing has not abandoned you. You are His chosen, and in His eyes you are always, forever, beautifully worthy. My beloved soul, hear it not as mere words, but as the living, breathing voice of God speaking directly to your spirit. He says to you today, you are still chosen, still beautiful, still worthy in my eyes. Nothing has changed. Nothing can change it. And I will never let anyone or anything diminish the truth of who you are in me. Think for a moment about the life you have lived, the victories, the struggles, the heartbreaks, the nights you cried alone, the moments you felt invisible. Every single one of those experiences, every single tear, every single triumph, has been part of a divine tapestry woven by the hands of God. And in this tapestry, your worth is not determined by fleeting human standards, but by the eternal, unchanging love of your Creator. Beloved, God is telling you now, do not let your past define your future. Do not let your failures make you feel unworthy. Do not let the opinions of others dim the light I placed within you. You are chosen. You are beautiful. You are worthy. There is a freedom that comes with embracing this truth. A freedom that lifts the heavy burdens of shame, guilt, and self-doubt. When you understand that you are chosen by the Creator of the universe, you no longer have to fight for approval. When you know that you are beautiful in His eyes, You no longer need to seek validation from the world. When you accept that you are worthy, you no longer have to convince anyone else of your value. Every lie that has tried to convince you otherwise must fall away. Every moment of rejection, every whisper of doubt, every shadow of despair must be replaced by the radiant truth that God has spoken over you. You are His masterpiece, His cherished child, His beloved creation, and nothing, not a single circumstance, can erase that reality. Now I want you to imagine God standing before you, His arms wide, His eyes filled with love, His voice echoing into the very depths of your soul. He says, "My child, I have chosen you before the foundation of the world. I have seen every tear, every hurt, every lonely night. And through it all, my love has never wavered. You are beautiful, not in spite of your scars, but because of them. You are worthy, not because of what you do, but because of who you are to me. You are chosen, always and forever." Beloved, let these words sink deep. Let them replace every lie you have believed. Let them heal the places in your heart that have felt broken, abandoned, or unworthy. God's love is not distant. It is not conditional. It is not fleeting. It is eternal, steadfast, and overflowing. And it is yours, right here, right now. There is a power in this truth that transforms everything. When you know you are chosen, you walk with purpose. When you know you are beautiful, you shine with confidence. When you know you are worthy, you live with freedom. And the world begins to see you differently, not because you have changed, but because you are living in the fullness of God's affirmation. Take a moment to hear God's final declaration over you. My beloved, do not fear the rejection of man. Do not fear the judgment of the world. Do not fear the failures of yesterday. I have chosen you. I have made you beautiful. I have called you worthy. And I will continue to remind you of this every day of your life, because my love for you is unending, and my purpose for you is eternal. Beloved, as we conclude this journey together, I want you to leave these words with your spirit fully alive, fully restored, and fully embraced by God's love. You are still chosen, still beautiful, still worthy. And the one who calls you these things will never stop reminding you of your true value. Stand tall, beloved soul. Walk boldly into your days ahead. Speak kindly to yourself. Love yourself deeply. And never forget, you are chosen, beautiful, and worthy in the eyes of God, now and forevermore. Let the truth of this message echo in your heart, resonate in your soul, and transform your life. You are more than enough. You are divinely selected. You are eternally cherished. And as you carry this truth, you carry the light of heaven within you, a light that will shine brighter than any darkness, louder than any rejection, and stronger than any doubt. Remember this always: you are chosen, you are beautiful, you are worthy, and God will never let you forget it.